everybody. So welcome to my channel for Anastacia's Kitchen. I'm seriously thinking about changing it to the business that I do have at home. And that business is called Sweet Treats. If you like that idea, please leave that in the comment section below. And let's get right into it. I'm making some chocolate chip cookies. And if you haven't seen my last video, you probably should check it out. I made munchies. Yummy. Okay, so let's set that aside. Get that out of the way. And so what you need for chocolate chip cookies is some butter. By the way, I'm not sponsored by any of these brands, but hey, if you want to sponsor me, keep in contact, okay? Some semi-sweet chocolate chips, or you can use dark chocolate. You can also use the butterscotch, which that technically wouldn't be called chocolate chip anymore. So now we are going to be putting the butter into our stand mixer. And yes, I love the stand mixer. I am obsessed with it. I ended up getting the stand mixer as a Christmas present from my dad. Rich, thank you, Dad, if you're watching. Okay, some butter. Butter. And this is softened butter to room temperature. Well, not really room temperature. If by any chance you forgot to put out the butter, you can always put it in the microwave. Just keep an eye out. Only put it on for 30 seconds at a time while it's in the microwave. And just keep an eye out because every microwave is different. I just want to have that as a disclaimer there. Okay? So now we are going to be adding both of our sugars, which is white sugar and brown sugar. And then we're just going to be mixing this up. Okay, so that is beat to light and fluffy, and I forgot at the very beginning, which honestly it doesn't really matter to me on when you do this, just as long as it gets done. But I have all-purpose flour. I also have salt and also baking soda. We're just going to be putting that in with the salt, or I'm sorry, not the salt, the flour. And we're going to be taking a fork, or you can whisk it, whatever you choose to do. Okay, that's all mixed together. Now, we're going to be setting that aside. Now, what we're going to be doing to the butter and sugar mixture, we're going to be putting this on low speed. And we're going to be mixing in 1 egg at a time. And then our vanilla. I don't really measure my vanilla all that much at all, so I kind of just eyeball it, but you're going to need probably about 4 tablespoons worth of vanilla. But again, I don't measure it. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be adding our flour. We're going to be putting this on low speed. If you don't put it on low speed and you just crank it up, you're going to have a huge dust cloud pouring at you. It's just going to be ridiculous. Okay. That's all added in. And you do want to scrape down the bowl after you think that it's all mixed in. Definitely just scrape it in. Okay, I'm going to let this mix and I'll be right back. Alright, so I have mixed that in, and now I'm going to pour an entire bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips into our cookie mixture. And then instead of mixing it with a stand mixer, we are going to be hand mixing it because we don't want the chocolate chips to pretty much crumble. Now, if I can get it all off the spatula, we can get right to it. Alright. So now, let's take this off my stand mixer. This is what it looks like now. And the other thing of what you could do with this, I won't be adding any because my munchie recipe, but of what you could do is add like a cup of walnuts to it. So it'd be chocolate chip cookies with walnuts. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. So now, leave me something in the comment section below on who eats raw cookie dough. Yes, you're not supposed to eat raw cookie dough, but guess what? I have been eating it pretty much since the time that I was able to walk, and I'm still here. But I'm not saying that you should. I'm just saying. I don't, well, it's because of the raw eggs. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Delicious. Okay. Now, I'm going to put our stand mixer out of the way. I'm going to throw away our bag. Now, I have a cookie pan lined with parchment paper. Need to kind of wrap up my area a little bit. Okay. Try off my hand. Where is, there we go. Okay. So now, you could do this one of two different ways. Well, there's several ways to do it. You can grab an ice cream scooper with the little push thing that kind of pushes it out and line it with that. Or the other option is you can take a spoon, like a big spoon, probably about a teaspoon, or not a teaspoon, tablespoon worth, and you can clock it on. Or the other option is taking whatever you had mixed it up with and kind of just measuring it out yourself. I rather prefer to use an ice cream scooper, but being how I'm still in the process of moving, it's already packed away. So I'm just going to eyeball this. Not going to make it too fancy. And it is going to be on the parchment paper. And make sure that you're leaving the cookies enough time to spread out on the paper. Otherwise, it is just going to be a huge mess. You might as well at that time is just make a huge cookie, put it in like a pie pan, call it good. But you do not want to spray the parchment paper because there is lots of butter in this. It is not going to form it at all. But if you spray the parchment paper or the baking pan, whatever you're using, and then you're putting the cookies on top, it's just going to be extremely gooey. And it's not going to taste good at all. So as of right now, I am going to be just adding 4 cookies onto my parchment paper. So just in case, because every oven is different, just in case something does happen, or if it's not cooking right, or something's just not adding up into my mouth for the taste buds, then I can adjust it and then add some more. So I'm going to put these in my oven at 375 degrees for about 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to take them out, let them cool on a parchment paper. You would normally use like a cooling rack, but again, I am packing, I don't have it out. So let me get that started and I'll be right back when they're done. Alright, so this is just my first batch. In fact, it's still sitting on the oven. I just took these out. This is of what you want them to look like. And on the bottom, which is kind of hard to show you guys, they are lightly golden brown. You do not want to overbake these. If you overbake these are going to be extremely hard. But hey, if you want really hard cookies, then more power to you. You can cook them just a little bit longer. But again, I cooked them for about 9 minutes and they are perfect for my taste, is because I rather prefer chewy than hard cookies. So I'm going to cook the rest of the batter up and I'll show you what they look like. Thanks, guys. Alright, so while I'm off camera, I'm going to be getting my boys ready for bed. And So I'm going to cut this video just a little bit short. But the cookies that I had just made, they are ready. They're absolutely looking amazing. But again, as you can tell, they're lightly golden brown. To me, I don't want to cook them any more than what they already look like. And this, oh my goodness, is what it looks like in the center. How delicious. Yummy. Oh my goodness. I'm in heaven. But you can make these as big or as little as you want. The baking soda that you put into these cookies is what is helping them make them spread. So that's the reason why you don't want to put them all together. If I were to put all 4 of these cookies right next to each other, they would have just made one big cookie, and that's just not what I wanted. So, absolutely amazing. So, I'm going to finish cooking up the rest of the cookies, go get my kids ready for bed. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, and definitely check out the little iCard at the top of this, because that is where you're going to find my last video, which is called the Munchies. And I will talk to you later. Thanks, guys. Bye.